Good morning, guys. The beep that you just heard in the background, that's the 7:30 bell, the opening bell for the interest rate products, guys. That's what you're hearing live from the floor of the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. My name is Eric V, and I am the host and broadcaster of FutureSquawk, the only source of live information from the exchange floor, guys, from alongside the pits. As we talked about this morning, as we do every single morning, guys, I am here for you at 7:30 in the morning, and we are looking at some charts. We're doing a little chart talk this morning. First thing that we'd like to do is we do like to confirm the longer lean on some of these majors. So let's go ahead and let's start with a 4-hour chart on the ES. Yeah, guys, nothing's changed. Nothing's changed from yesterday. The long lean is still intact, definitely still intact. We are actually trading the 2863s right now. 2863 is the last 3 3/4, guys. The previous high from the swing high from back, let's call it 2 weeks ago, was the 375. 375 was the top of that swing high, and we'll call it from let's call it 8887, somewhere in that neighborhood of time. So about 10 trading days ago was that swing high, guys. We did see a spike up this morning as we have confirmed the long lean in the ES, guys. We are up on extremes of this balance area. As we've confirmed that, let's come back in onto a 30-minute chart, guys. On a 30-minute chart, we do see overlapping price patterns and price action here, guys. One after another to the upside, guys. We have seen. Let's just talk about the three most recent areas of balance. We have a fat crown area of balance all the way from the 35s, 2835s, all the way up to the 2851.75s. We had initiative out of balance to that not yesterday, but the day before, last Friday, guys, and we saw a trade all the way up to the 57 and down to the 50. And then we have seen the continuation in the overnight session into the Monday morning session. We have seen overlapping trade from 2859.60. Let's call it the 60, because I think we saw 60 quarters and even 60.75 yesterday, and all the way down to the 54 in the overnight session. But ladies and gentlemen, please do pay attention to this initiative out of balance that we saw in the overnight session. Initiative out of balance out of that trading range that we had seen. That initiative out of balance to the upside. That initiative that we saw in the overnight session took us all the way up to 2864.75, above that previous swing high from the 8th to the 7th of this month. That previous swing high, and we have come off that a little bit. We are trading the 62 halves current, but guys, we are right up within a point and a half of that larger fat cran balance area, guys. The fat cran area balance does take us in a 50-point range, almost a 60-point range, all the way from the 2862s in the 4 hours, all the way down to 2803s, guys. 2803s. It is a fairly wide range area of balance, and we did see the 2803s last Wednesday, and we're off them fairly significantly. Guys, today what I am expecting today is I'm expecting overlapping price pattern, but that long lean is still intact, guys. That long lean is still definitely intact to the upside, but I am expecting that we could see price all the way back down to the 2857s, guys. 2857 quarters, and I think that the 2857 quarter would still be beneficial to those who are positioned to the long side, guys. To the long side of the 2857 quarter. How did we come up with the 2857 quarter? That's a great question. That 2857 quarter is the previous of that middle of that previous area of balance, guys, from the 2860s all the way down to the 2854s that we saw in the overnight session. That overlapping chop area balance that we saw, yeah, that's the middle of the 2857s, 57 evens, 57 quarters, guys. So I think that we do have, I think that we do have a long bias to the upside in the ES, guys. Key areas of interest still are going to be 2857 quarter and 28 50 evens. So let me just fill that in. 2857 quarters and 2850s evens are still the key areas of interest. The 2850 even, yeah, was a key area of interest yesterday, and we did not see anything down into it. So we only saw as low as 175. So yeah, guys, we are seeing that as a first stop. Is that I'm sorry, a first place to continue to add, a first stopping point, if you will, for the ES on the 30-minute time frame, and we are seeing that 50 as the line in the sand. On the 5-minute chart, I just switched back over, guys. Just switched back over to that 5-minute chart. And yeah, you know it. You know that 5-minute chart shows us the same thing. So good morning, Karen. Good morning, Sean. Wow, everybody is with us this morning. That's rocking and rolling, guys. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, guys, as we were talking about, we are confirming that there is a long lean in the ES on the 4 hour. No doubt about it. We are up the upper extremes of that 4 hour, nearing the lower extreme of this first balance, this highest balance area, guys. Trading as two halves. We did see trade all the way under the twos recently. But guys, we are just clearly accepting value at this point. Higher, we'll see if we continue to accept value. We'll see when we if we, as long as we stay above, like I said, the 87 quarters, guys, of 2,800, 28, the 28, 57 quarter, guys. As long as we're above that, I think that price patterns give us a beneficial lean to the upside, guys. The IRX is on fire today. Just throwing it out there for those of you guys who pay attention. I'm sure CJ is. But yeah, guys, that's what we are seeing on the ES, guys. As we are on the ES, let's just move it on over, rocket on over to the YM, guys. Long lean for sure in the YM. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. We are seeing overlapping price activity in the down through the overnight session, all the way from the 25,790s, guys. 790s all the way down to the 722s. We did see 720s as the low of the day, and we had discussed that multiple times during the yesterday's trading day, guys. We did talk about how that was a key area. So guys, I do see here that I have on the shorter time frame, on the 5-minute time frame, I do have 76, but I also think that the 57s are also a big area today. So I do see the 76, guys. I have a long lean bias in the YM. Key areas of interest are the 25,776 and the 25,743. I might have to bring that up, actually. I think, guys, I might bring that up off the 43s. Yeah, I think I might bring that up off the 43s and bring it up to the 55s again. I think that that's probably much more reasonable to bring it up to the 55s. Do like that 42 though. Yeah, I'm gonna. Actually, I think I'm just gonna do. $776 is clearly first, and then 43s to the 55s. I'm not really sure what to think about that, guys, because I like the middle of the larger area of balance at 5-minute. That larger fat cram, the 30-minute area of balance. I do like that better. Then I do like trading just these smaller ranges down here into the 39s to 40s, right? But yeah, we'll have to take a look at it. It's somewhere from the 55s down into the 43s, somewhere in that range, guys. I don't really have really don't have much more than that for you at this point, unfortunately. So somewhere in there, it's got a little hazy, but we are initiative, guys. So on this, let's take a look at this 30-minute. Actually, let's go out to the. I'm on a 4-hour chart right now, guys. We clearly saw an outside bar form here, and we saw initiative out of balance to the upside on the YM on the 4-hour chart, guys. I think that the target is still the 26,136. I still do think that's the first target to the upside. However, we do have to deal with a couple of areas. The 828 is still above us. The 819, right? I think that that's still an area we have to deal with, and I also think that the 964 is an area that we'll have to fight through as well. So those are some key areas to the upside that I think we see today, but or that I think that we see in the near future. But I'm not sure if we see them today, guys. But yet on the YM on the larger time frame, yes, is definitely in an uptrend. Okay, so just to let me confirm for you one more time, we are seeing, and I will actually I'll post these as we go along, right? We have a long lean bias, and yes, as long as we're above, right? Here's interest for the 57 quarters and 50 and the 50 evens, long lean bias in the YM, guys. Here is an interest for the 776 and the 43 to the 55, somewhere in there. I wish I could do better for you, but that's kind of what I'm seeing this morning. I'll post those as we go along, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at let's take a look at the NASDAQ, guys. I do still have a long lean bias in the NASDAQ, although we were unable to get above the we were able to get above the regular trading hours that spike up into that 97 and we are trading the 99s recent, guys. But my long lean bias on the NASDAQ, yeah, is based off a 30-minute pattern that we have here, guys. So we did see that 30-minute down here, and we do have a larger range off the lows. So that is the middle of that. The 84 is a big area for me. The 84 is a big area for me. So I think that as long as we stay, so I have long lean bias in the NASDAQ because we were able to take out these overnight, the regular trading hours highs into the overnight session. So that's part of the reason why, even though we are clearly flagging here on the longer time frame and off the highs. So there was 1, 2, 3, 4 lower lows, but now we also have 3 higher highs. So guys, we are clearly flagging and here on this time frame, and I do think that the long lean is still intact on the 4-hour. So I'm sorry for those of you guys following along. We did have first lower low was at 74.74, and we do have another lower low. Here's 74.34, and then another one into the overnight, not this past night, but in Monday morning, into the 74.20. We're looking at a 30-minute chart right now, guys. And the 74.09, 74.10s were the highs of this overnight session. So you can clearly see descending lower highs. And then from that 73.16s, we did have a higher high to 73.22s and a higher high into the regular trading hours yesterday to the 73.52 quarters. So we have seen higher highs off that, and we have seen we've seen higher lows and lower highs, guys. Definitely in definitely a flag of some sort forming here. So, guys, definitely something to keep your eyes on. I do think that the long lean bias remains in the NASDAQ as long as we are trading. And I did take some liberty with this. We clearly just saw that 84 was a key area, 73.84. But I took a little bit of liberty, guys, and I put the 72s when I did when I looked this morning before I got started. I did a little bit of a. I took a little bit of a liberty with it. I put the 82s, but I'm gonna go ahead and put the 83s just to kind of manage out the difference. But it's that area that we are looking at, guys. It is that area that we're looking at. So, guys, that is what we're seeing on the 30-minute time frame. At least what I'm seeing on the 30-minute time frame on the Nasdaq. On the Nasdaq. Remember, the Nasdaq is in a pennant formation, so that is definitely something that you would want to take into consideration on a trade, on any sort of shorter term trade. All right, guys, let's move it on over, rock it on over. Yeah, you guys know it. We're gonna move it on. I am seeing here, guys, and maybe you guys can help me confirm. I am seeing that they're showing here that Redbook is today, but I actually do not see Redbook month over month anywhere else. I'm only seeing the USSL 4-week bills, right? So during my break, I'm gonna run down and look at the Bloomberg terminal. They're saying that's where they're getting that information from here at the floor on the floor of the CME, and I just don't see it. I don't see it anywhere. So, guys, I will take care of that as quickly as possible. I don't see any news, any economic indicators at 7:55, 8:30s. Nothing today. The only thing is we're selling. There's some treasury sales today. That's it. That's the only thing. So, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at a 4-hour Russell. Okay, as 4-hour Russell, we are clearly in an uptrend. We have seen the first area balance up into the from 411.18 to 59.18. Yeah, up into that the upper extreme at 1601, lower extreme 1526, and then a next balance area higher from 58 to 516. Then the next area balance from 515 to 531, and then yeah, we start chopping them up, guys. So from the come on, there you go. From 530, guys. So that would be January, February, March, April, May 30th, guys, all the way through today. We are in a wide range chop from all the way from 1631 as the low and 1720 is 1720 spot 8 is the high. We are seeing lower highs and higher lows in that same pattern. It looks like we are in the process of potentially a breakout of this smallest 30-minute area balance that we have established through here. So, guys, looks like we are seeing potential for a breakout as long as we're out above the 1693. I think that 1693 is a key area. But that being said, guys, I do want to rock in here, and I do want to let you guys see that on the 30-minute chart, guys. On the 30-minute chart, guess what? We did spike up yesterday into those highs. We did spike up into those highs of that 1702 spot 9, and in the overnight session, unlike the Nasdaq, unlike the ES, unlike the Russell, unlike anything, guys. Unlike all those others, guys, we have been completely unable to take out those that previous session highs in the overnight session. That is the first sign of weakness that we have seen in here. And guys, we did trade all the way up to within 9 ticks of those highs, but unable to see continuation. So, guys, what we have seen is I have seen a short lean come back into play here on that Russell, on the shortest time frame, guys, on the shortest time frame, on this 5-minute time frame. I do see a short lean coming back into play on this Russell as long as we stay below the 1702. I really think that that's even actually true now that we have tried initiative out of balance. As long as we're below 1701 halves, then that 1700 spot 9 is still another key area. So, guys, I will be updating. We did see, since I put my lean on this morning, since I made the notes almost a half hour ago, 45 minutes ago, guys, things have changed. But I still do think short lean bias in Russell remains in effect all the way through this, as long as we trade below the 1702s, guys, as long as we stay below the 1702s. All right, that is what we're seeing. Like I said, on the 30-minute, on the 4-hour, guys, we are just clearly chopping them up here in a 90-point range, guys, on the 4-hour time frame. So yeah, guys, that's what I think we're seeing in the Russell. Since we're here on the Russell on a 4-hour time frame, I think it's a good idea to take a look at that gold, right? Since we already have a chart up, let's go ahead and take a look at the gold. Gold on a 4-hour time frame, clearly in a downtrend. There's absolutely no doubt about it. We are in a downtrend off that 1369 spike high. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 areas of balance lower, guys. 7 areas of balance lower, and below that 1250 area, that key 1250 area, yeah, the 1248, 1249, 50, 51 area, somewhere in there. As long as we stay below that, man, oh man, do I think that we see some selling come in. So continue with the selling. So guys, on the 30-minute time frame, we have seen some bid coming off those 1167 spot one low that we got looks like last Thursday in the early morning session. We have seen some biddage come in off that. However, guys, that the fact that we did stop in the overnight session just above those 1202s, guys, and turned around and came right back down, I think that is a key area for us. I think there's no doubt about it that 1202 is a big area for us, and now the 1200 spot 9, actually 1201 spot 2, somewhere in there, guys. I think that's another key area for us. But 1202 spot X, as long as we are below it, I think that the continuation is more prevalent to the downside. I think that gold is not over, and I think that the dollar will start to see some bid, which will be helpful for that that gold to continue to sell. So guys, that's what I think I see here in the gold. So I do see, I am going to go ahead and post for you guys that we do have a short lean bias in the gold. Short remains in effect below 1202 spot X. 1202 spot X. So that is what we are seeing here in the gold on the 30-minute time frame. 5-minute time frame is not too much different. 5-minute time frame, we can actually limit that risk all the way to 1201 spot 1 if you were really wanting to. But I think that the overlapping price patterns that we see here on the 5-minute time frame are giving us some reason to believe that we're going to continue to see some selling here in the gold, my friends. And let's see what the gold. Having discussed the gold, let's go ahead and let's take a look at that crude, guys. That crude, we are at we're looking for a price pattern on the crude at this point. Okay, so what we have seen here, let's take a look at the crude. There we go. So this is the upper extreme that we had seen prior, right? We are in a chop zone. We were in a chop zone, right? Still likely will be, but we are in a chop zone. We're in a chop zone rather, from 65.78s all the way down to 64.43s. And guys, yeah, that's right. Somebody's punching some trading cards in the background. No, ladies and gentlemen, that is not a printing machine. That is not a typewriter. No, somebody's punching the trading cards. Yeah, they are. They're getting them all set up for the trading day. It's one of the large paper traders, actually. He's down there. That's kind of what he does once a week or so. Guys, we are seeing that 2 halves at 275s trade 2 halves and 275s. But like I was saying, my friends, we did see that lower extreme of that crude balance, right? That previous crude balance all the way from the 68.37s all the way down to the, well, yeah, I guess you can just pretty much call it the 65.78. So looking at here, 2.5 point range in the crude. Yeah, guys, we are seeing that, and we are seeing that that we have recently just chopped them up. Just chopped them up in this overlapping balance, overlapping price activity here in the crude. And definitely have seen in the overnight session, we have seen some appreciation of that with the appreciation of the price of the crude all the way up to that 78, and we're actually just hanging them out here on the 5-minute time frame on these recent highs current. So we are seeing some overlapping price area in the 5-minute time frame. We are seeing trade all the way up to that 90. Looks like the highs of the day are the 93s, 94s, and I think that we need to see trade back through that 78 in order to start having some hope back to the downside. I think that 15 cents above that 78 doesn't invalidate that short lean. Invalidation of the short lean is definitely up a little bit higher in the middle of the larger area of balance, guys. Up here at the 6709, 6710s. I think that's invalidation of the short lean. Is also where we took off from on the move down. From Tuesday night into Wednesday, before EIA. Speaking of that, EIA is tomorrow as well. We have API tonight. But guys, I do not think the trade up here invalidates the short lean, guys. I don't think it invalidates the short lean yet. But I do think it's definitely an area to be interested in and starting to look for a price pattern back to the downside. As we are trying initially out of balance. As we get back into balance, I think the continuation will be back to the middle extreme of the area of balance. So that's kind of what I expect personally, guys. What I expect personally is that crude will continue to have a short lean, but like I put here, my short lean bias is the line in the sand is right in this area. So from the 65.78 to the 66 evens, right? That is the line in the sand for us in the 5-minute time frame. On the larger time frame, we still clearly have a larger bias. Oh my goodness. Okay, cool. I think you guys are good. All right. And then finally, guys, last but not least, and if there's anything else you want to have me look at, not copper, no, natural gas, yeah. So, guys, on the let's go ahead and let's take a look at a 30-minute natty gas. Actually, let's take a look at a 4-hour natty gas. Yeah, guys, on a 4-hour natty gas, we are clearly off the lows. There was that as of last year, there was a spike up to 362.8. Yeah, we're clearly off of that, and we're nowhere in that gap fill range of the 330s to 330s to 340s, right? And it was a 325s to 340s. It was a large gap on the contract roll, but we are seeing here, guys, that on the 4-hour time frame, we are seeing overlapping price activity. We are actually currently initiative out of balance above the previous swing high of that 2.975s, guys. We did see all the way up to the 298.3s, 298.4s this morning, and we are trading the 2.973s right now, guys. But we are initiative out of balance to the upside on the 4-hour time frame, out of this area of balance on the 4-hour time frame. Still taking a look at that 305.1 area higher, guys. Let's take a look at a 5-minute chart, guys. On a 5-minute chart, clearly clearly balancing up on the highs, and initiative out of balance to the upside at the current time frame. There's no doubt about it. We are seeing initiative out of balance. That larger area of balance is from the two spot 895s all the way down, 895s all the way down to, or all the way up to the 966s, give or take. My friends, could be all the way to 973s. But yeah, we are seeing that overlapping price area balance. Did buy some 903s on the spike down last Thursday, and that was that has proven to be a fairly productive and fairly good trade for myself recently. So we have seen that longer lean and that natty gas still hold true, and I think we will continue to see it. On the 5-minute time frame though. We take away this fat crayon. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and activate this drawing and take away some of this fat crayon that we see, just so that we can balance it a little bit better, guys. I'm gonna move that fat crayon over, and guys, we did see yesterday. We did see trade into the regular trading hours. We saw that last balance all the way up from 2.952 all the way down to 2.938. So the middle of that, guys, is the 2.944, 945 area. That is my key area today in the natty gas, because the overnight highs were traded on such light volume. Speaking of light volume, 104,000. We're seeing the DAX up 94.1 and the FTSE up 1.46. And that's points. Yeah, guys, that is points. Those are points. That is not that's not an indication in any way, shape, or form of percentage, guys. At 1.33. No, that just literally nearly unchanged in the day. So guys, what we are seeing that natty gas come off a little bit, but yeah, with a super light trade that we had, that 2.96 in the overnight session is likely to be tested. I do continue to believe that that 944, 945 is the key area that we want to be looking at. 2.945, which is the last time we had some decent volume back into the natty gas. So guys, we do have a long bias lean in the natty gas. We do have a key area of interest at the 2.945 area. I will post that for you as well. Yes, my friends. So that brings us into the 8:03 hour, guys. It's been about 30 minutes of chart talk. If there's anything else that you think that we should take a look at, that we should see, please don't hesitate to bring it back to my attention. I will be going. Actually, we're gonna just jump them out here back to these main charts. I do see here we are seeing a little bit of selling again come in on some of these majors. So let's take a look at the 5 minutes, guys. 5 minute, we'll zoom in a little bit here on all these charts for us. But we are seeing a little bit of selling come back into the ES, coming into the Nasdaq. Nasdaq is Nasdaq's up 13.75. ES is up 3 1/4, and the Dow is up 30. Yeah, that's right, 38 points at this current time frame. We have 105,000 cars in the ESU8. We're also seeing the Nasdaq NQU8 with 33,000 cars, and the Dow with 19,000 cars traded. But we are starting to see a little bit of an offer come in here on all of these majors, guys. And all of these majors does not include natty gas. So let me switch it back over to the Russell real quick for you and zoom in. But yeah, guys, we are seeing a little bit of an offer come back in recent into all of these majors. So we are seeing a third area of balance form lower on the Russell. We're now seeing initiative out of balance to the downside on the YM, guys. On the YM, like I said, that first area is the 776 area, 775, 776 area, and then below that, somewhere in the 55 to the 43 range, we are seeing another area of balance form lower on the ES as well, guys. So first area of balance lower in the overnight session out of that fat cran that we had from the previous day. So guys, what we are seeing, definitely what we are seeing is we're starting to see a little bit of acceptance of this trade on the low of the balance area, guys. The lower extreme of the balance area, trading up 12.5 on the Nasdaq current. And that so long lean is still intact, guys. Long lean is still intact on the ES, on the Nasdaq, and on the Dow, but that short lean is playing out on that Russell, guys. That short lean is continuing to play out on that Russell. Small ticks, small profits, but still definitely something is happening on that Russell. Third area balance lower, and yeah, guys, we are seeing it's only up 0.03%, whereas all the other majors are anywhere from 0.1 to 0.17% of profit still. That thank you, Karen. I truly appreciate it. So that is Chart Talk for the morning, guys. I do truly appreciate you guys being here, you guys listening, you guys having having a great time. Sean, I posted everything, but yeah, I'm sorry to see that you had to step away for a little bit, but yeah, it's glad to have you back. We are just seeing a little bit of offer here in the ES, in the Nasdaq, in the Dow, and the Russell. So we still have those long leans intact, guys. We're looking for price patterns a little bit lower. As you can see in the chart, in the chat there, Sean, you should be able to see that we established some areas below where we're starting to look for price patterns if we see any sort of pullback. So guys, that concludes Chart Talk for the day. I truly appreciate you guys being here. I'm gonna eat some breakfast, so you may hear me munching in the background. But yeah, guys, we'll be ready to rip, rock, and roar for you at the 8:25 time frame, 8:28 time frame, just before the market opens. Yeah, I will be here for you. Excellent, guys. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for listening, and you can always reach out and contact me at any of the methods you know. Yeah, that's right, FutureSquawk.com. You can send me an email. You can use my contact link on my webpage. You can do a whole bunch of amazing things to reach out to me. I even have my Google Voice number on that webpage if you guys want to give me a call. But for all my subscribers, I love you, and for those of you guys who are yet to subscribe, I will love you too when you join. All right, excellent. Thank you so very much, and we'll talk to you soon.